Hi, I'm Carzilla Gears, and you're watching the Kenny Quest Show.
Previously on the Kenny Quest Show.
I don't know what's going on. I connected the Nico Boost and still wouldn't start. I had combustion a couple times and I haven't been able to repeat it. So I thought the fuel was low. I looked in the gas tank and it looked low, so I grabbed my reserve bottle, threw it in there. This was, of course, after adjusting the petcock to reserve. It wouldn't fire. I've already texted Mike Branch, told him that I'm going to have to switch to the Sportster. Disappointing. Old bikes, man. So I'm going to call Wander Moto, let him know what's going on, and see if he can assist. And I'm just going to head to Jacksonville, enjoy the weekend with the fellas. Fun. Alright, well, it's a couple days after the Jacksonville, Georgia run trip from last week's episode. We're heading back to Orlando, and I wanted to give you an update on the Frankenglide Softail. Wander Moto, Pedro picked it up yesterday at the house, sent me a Instagram picture of the bike on the trailer, and he's going to bring it back to his shop and try to figure it out. He doesn't think it's fuel. He thinks it has something to do with sparks, so he's going to check out the electrical system and see what we have and hopefully get that fixed. On the way back home, I'm going to stop and do a mail run. I got some mail packages at the P.O. box. I haven't been there in a minute, so we're going to stop there and check out the packages. I'm really excited about a cool package from a company called Canva MX. MX stands for motocross, and in Florida it's really hot, as you know, right? If you're in Arizona, you know it's hot. So there's a lot of hot places out there, and I still want to ride safe, but wearing a jacket is just too much in the summer. I mean, I'm going to die of dehydration. Holy blindness, Batman. That reflection is bright. All this chrome that I don't have, the little bit that I have is reflecting light. That's amazing. I don't get this much reflection off the sun on my Softail. The sun just must be aligned perfectly with my chrome nut covers here on the suspension.
Now, heels forward!
That's crazy. Blinding me with science. And I can just duck my head here a little bit until the sun, I get out of the way of the sun. It's coming at just the right angle. So when I bought all my gear before I started riding, one of the things I invested in, and it was kind of pricey, it was a couple $100, was this product from Icon. It's a D30 rated undershirt. So it's a padded undershirt that I wear as my first layer, and then I can wear a long sleeve shirt over it or a short sleeve, it doesn't matter. But it's got elbow pads, shoulder pads, a back pad, chest pad, and all that kind of good stuff. And it's lightweight, and it doesn't really affect my temperature that I'm noticing. And yeah, it's not as comfortable as wearing no shirt when it's 100 degrees and hot as balls out, but I'm protected. I'm not wearing a jacket, so I've been wearing like cotton long sleeve shirts over it. Harley has a couple of these real thin riding shirts, but they only got a couple of them. So I was looking for something that I can maybe personalize, so I found this company on Instagram called Canvas MX, and they allow you to make your own motocross shirt. So obviously I said, let's make a Harley one, and then let's make something that, you know, is in the spirit of my Snakester, which is kind of like a cafe racer sporty Harley. So I got something that's like a rally shirt, but I was able to put my logo on them. I got notification on it's waiting for me at the P.O. box. So let's go ahead and do a mail call right now and get into it. Decent little mail haul going. Let's see. Alright. Let's see what we got here. From the Grey Ghost. So if you're a moto vlogger and you want to send a couple stickers in a self-addressed stamped envelope, I will send a couple stickers back. And of course we got Shade Tree Surgeon with a little Danny DeVito sticker. Nice. Same show. Which is fun. One of these episodes, we show some highlights. It's pretty cool. But yeah, okay, one of the shirts I don't have, which is the OG logo shirt. Brapstar.com if you want one for yourself. And I got one. Oh, the new stickers. Let's see what else we got. We got some Kenny Quest riding shirts. Looking at the quality, looks pretty good. Oh, you won't miss me in traffic. Cool. Got the Quest logo there. So that works out good. Yeah. Yeah, I had this made. So that's the front. That's the back. Yeah. So I got a YouTube show, so it's got my logo on it. Yeah. Thanks. See the next one. Pretty cool. So just trying out some ideas on some riding shirts that are a little bit cooler for Florida weather, and I can wear my D30 armor underneath and put this over and not have to worry. Wear a riding jacket with protection. I have it built into the Under Armour shirt. Pretty good. So shout out to Canvas MX. Alright, let's see what we got here. So we got the Liberator, emergency puck, and charger. More on this in the future, but this is a really cool product. Flashlight, emergency puck for when you're stuck on the side of the road, which there's a highly likelihood that I will be with my EVO, my 1996 FLSTN. So that's the mail haul. Let's get back to riding. Heading over to Wanderer Moto's garage, gonna drop off the Snakester, pick up the Frankenglide. Frankenglide is fixed for now, until something else breaks. Replace the ignition coil, because we weren't getting any spark. And dropping off the Snakester because it's stage 1 upgrade time. Up here at Wanderer Moto's garage, dropped off the Snakester, and now we get on the Frankenglide. New ignition system behind here, electronic. Pedro tells me the stock one is vacuum operated and this one's electrical. So we should have a little bit of more reliability, they say. And other things to note, we have new speedo that works and lights up, which is nice. And USB. Dual USB charger with separate on-off switch, so it doesn't constantly drain from the battery. So that's going to be a welcome addition. And Pedro tells me it's currently in reserve, so I need to stop at the gas station pretty quick and fill her up. And it's been about a month since I rode her, so we in neutral, yep. It starts right up. No, maybe not. There's that squeal that Pedro noticed. I get that every once in a while. And away we go. Oh, she sounds so sweet. She don't rev as high as a Sportster, but she gets there. Alright, 4.89 gallons. $23. So we were pretty much empty for the 5-gallon tank. So a beautiful thing about a new Speedo is the trip. I can see it, I can see the mileage, and now I can track my gas. without having to get some type of app involved. And the speedo needle isn't bouncing around. That's awesome. I'm getting a solid measurement, unlike before. Now the plan is to send my old speedo off to get rebuilt. I found a guy on Instagram that does Dyna speedos, and I'm hoping he can point me in the right direction for the Softail speedos. On my Harley-Davidson, yeah. Nothing more American than a Harley-Davidson. Especially a 1996 classic Harley-Davidson. You know, it's funny, people talk about, yeah, there's foreign parts in your Harley-Davidson. You know, like Bosch and Delta. Harley contracts with manufacturers who make parts that they don't make. Harley makes engines, and they paint their bikes. Pretty much everything else is sourced. When you buy a house, is your house an American house? Let's say you build a house from scratch. It's on your American land. Is it an American house? How about that drywall? Where's that coming from? Brazil? China? It's a world marketplace. Is your house any less American? But last time I checked, Harley-Davidson's an American brand, and I enjoy that. Oh, we gotta have a rev bomb or two. Yeehaw. Man, this looks great after they did the remodel. Lake Monroe, folks. Feeds off the St. John as we approach beautiful downtown Sanford. Alright, time for some lunch. Looks like they are open. Here at the Orange County Brewing location with some tacos. The Tin and Taco. So I asked Pedro, to look over the bike, and anything that looked cracked, hose-wise, worn out, just replace it. I don't want to be halfway between here and California and break down because some worn out, crapped out part that should have been identified and replaced earlier. And I told him, I said, it's either that or I go out and buy a 2022 Harley-Davidson and not worry about it. That's where I'm at. Just tired of the bike sitting at his garage. I bought it last August, and effectively I've ridden it maybe 2 months, 8 weekends. I think sometimes independent mechanics, will take on a project or work and use their wallet as the basis for, attacking the problem or attacking the project. And that's not fair to the customer. Yeah, I don't want to erroneously overpay, but at the same time, if it's worn out stuff, I want something that's reliable. That's not a sign for, hey, let's go to town and start replacing parts that just don't need to be replaced. But that's where trust comes in. And I trust Wanderer Moto that he's going to play conservative like he's been, and with this little extra push that he'll recognize that, if he's in there doing something and things look sketchy, go ahead and get the part. Get the hose, get the clamp, make the adjustment. And I asked him, I said, go through the annals of EVO history and find out what, people have done over the years to improve upon the stock version of the bike. The ignition system that we put in was an improvement over the stock. It's not vacuum operated, it's electronic operated. I'm not a big fan of vacuum things, Learned that lesson watching Roadhouse when Patrick Swayze was all concerned about headlamp covers working on that Buick Riviera because it's vacuum operated. They're known for failure. So he's going to come up with a list of things, mods that are probable for an EVO beneficial for EVO. Because I do want to take the bike on trips, and I don't want to get stuck where a tow is, going to be $500, $600, $700 because it's over the mileage radius. And I can't like tow this to a Harley dealer's and kind of drop it on their lap and say, hey, fix this. A bike this old is purely and certainly at their leisure and pleasure. They have a rule that I've heard that's like if it's over 20 years old, which would be 2002, they don't have to fix it. They can refuse service. Which, it's possible. I don't think it's likely. I'm sure there's some mechanics with 30 years experience still working in the shop, right? I don't know. Are you hearing that? Do you hear that? Do you hear it? That. Sounds like there's a metal ball rolling around inside my engine. That doesn't sound good. I'm Kenny Quest. Thanks for watching. If you like Harley-Davidson products, the Harley-Davidson lifestyle, follow my channel, where I embark on a journey of a lifetime, diving headfirst into motorcycle culture, modifying my Harley-Davidson motorcycles, traveling, and having a good time. If you like my vibe, I encourage you to subscribe. See you next time.